Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Woodman and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be talking about how to effectively use humor in your speech. This is important because there needs to be moments in your speech where you can lighten the mood and have some fun with your speech. After all, some people in the audience would like a good laugh and have some fun too. If anything, some people are likely to remember the joke you made in your speech, and you win them over with your charming sense of humor. Laughter is part of our language. The science is clear about just how pervasive humor is, showing up in every human culture. One study by researchers at University College London, conducted with people from Britain and Namibia, concluded that our basic emotions, especially amusement, are shared by all human beings. Wherever in the world you plan to speak, debate, or argue, know this: your audience will appreciate and enjoy some humor. Then there's a science on the benefits of laughter, writes speech coach John Zimmer, which range from, quote, improved memory and cognitive function, unquote, to increased attention and engagement. Stanford lecturer and professional trained comedian Naomi Bagdonas, co-author of Humor Seriously, Why Humor is a Secret Weapon in Business and Life, told podcaster Matt Abrams that laughter helps with engagement because when we laugh, quote, the reward center of our brains is flooded with the neurotransmitter dopamine, unquote, which, quote, engenders deeper focus and better long-term retention, unquote. According to Bagdonas, quote, using humor not only can make our content more engaging in the moment, but it also makes it more memorable after the fact, unquote. Laughter provides your audience with social glue, too. Researchers at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill found that shared laughter brings people together in ways that can help you as the person making them laugh. According to social psychologist and study co-author Sarah Algo, she said, quote, for people who are laughing together, shared laughter signals that they see the world in the same way and then momentarily boosts their sense of connection. Perceived similarity ends up being an important part of the story of relationships, unquote. As you can tell, by making your audience laugh with you, they will like you, identify with you, and remember what you say to them. When we look at the ancient Greeks and Romans, one of the earliest known quotes on the importance of wit and humor for rhetoric, writes academic Steve Sherwood, comes from Gorgias of Leontini, the famous Greek philosopher and educator of the 4th century BCE. He advised, quote, the orator should defeat his opponents' seriousness with laughter and their laughter with seriousness, unquote. His point was that humor can play a huge consequential role in speech and debate, but it should be used strategically. The point of being funny is not just to entertain or to pass the time. It is to get your audience's attention, to keep them on board with your remarks, and to surprise them at just the right moment. Humor serves a couple of main purposes in a speech. One, connecting with your audience. A British comedian and actor, John Cleese, once remarked, quote, if I can get you to laugh with me, you like me better, which makes you more open to my ideas, unquote. Being funny is one of the best ways to connect with and win over an audience. When you are making people laugh, you are making a connection with them. It helps you build rapport, writes Speaker Hub's Esther Snipey. A laughing audience, whether it's a few people or a few hundred people, it is also a relaxed audience. It's an audience that's not just paying attention, but much more willing to hear you out and also take your side. Think about it. If they're laughing and enjoying what you're saying, they can't also be annoyed by you or disagree with what you're saying. Remember, the audience wants you to have a sense of humor, a lighter side, a human side, because that's how they connect with you. Humor, writes Zimmer, bonds you with your audience. Plus, here's one other point to consider, says media trainer TJ Walker. If they are laughing or smiling, it also means they are not bored or snoozing. They're not on their phones or checking their email. They're sitting up. They are paying attention and they are engaged by you. 2, lightening the mood. Of course, there are going to be speeches in more serious environments that that may not be appropriate to have jokes in there. There are times when you will have to give a speech on or debate an issue that requires you to present continuous or provocative ideas to your audience. Sometimes your audience will come in with a less than open mind. If you can, and if it is appropriate, you can open the audience's minds by using wit and humor to present continuous ideas in a way that does not come across as threatening or jarring. A good joke is like a key. It can open a mind that is shut, prompting people to consider ideas that they never have considered if they were delivered more soberly. Using humor, says academic Jennifer Acker, can help release or diffuse the tension in the room. Laughter can help deflect or disarm tough questions someone can ask you. And yes, it can help you get your very serious argument across in a way that resonates with people. Those are the purposes of using humor in a speech. It is important that if you decide to use humor, it needs to be done naturally. Let's go over how to use humor in your speech. You can make fun of yourself, which is self-depreciating humor. It is pretty easy to do that since you can tell people a story of a funny moment in your life and you can shape the narrative about what happened instead of letting someone else make fun of you. It also shows that you are joking about a mistake you made and you experienced some imperfect moments in life, which can help you come across as relatable and not some grand, distant, or boring figure. You can be spontaneous. It is great if you have some prepared one-liners or a few funny stories you tried out on friends or colleagues beforehand, but it is even better if you can react in real time to what has been said or done. Essentially, you're thinking on the spot. The best humor is a humor that comes naturally, spontaneously, off the cuff. Do not try and force it or squeeze a pre-planned joke into a place where it only half fits. Allow your wit to be a reflection of your own personality. You can be expressive. Visual cues matter a great deal when it comes to public speaking in general, and to humor public speaking in particular. So use this as a license to act out your humor, your gag, and your funny antidotes. Don't be afraid to use your facial expressions, your hand gestures, or any other part of your body language to convey your humor to the crowd. Sometimes one of those things can get your audience giggling. You should not be offensive. Don't tell jokes about controversial, divisive, or sensitive topics. It is just not worth it. Remember, your goal is to win over an audience, so make sure your humor is appropriate for that audience, and don't unnecessarily annoy or gratuitously offend them with your jokes. You are in a public forum trying to make a larger point, so do not let a bad joke be the only thing people remember. You should not go over the top. Don't tell lots of jokes. You are not supposed to be a stand-up comedian. That is not what people are expecting to see or hear from you. Go for a gag here, a one-liner there, but do not overdo it. In fact, any jokes you make should relate to your topic. You do not have to use humor just for the sake of using humor. The best jokes are those that help you make your arguments. And again, remember, your audience does not want you to be a comedian. They want to hear what you have to say about the topic. They want you to inform them, persuade them, maybe even inspire them. You should not give an introductory line that says you're going to tell a funny story. If you have a story you think is funny, just tell it and let the audience decide if it is funny. Your audience could either think it is funny or not. Still, you don't want to say you think something is funny for it to turn out not to be funny, and you will end up feeling embarrassed and awkward. You can consider testing out what you think are your funny one-liners or antidotes beforehand on people you know and trust to see if they think they are as funny as you do. Practice your jokes and go-to stories. Know them inside and out, and be able to tell them off the cuff at slightly different lengths and with different wording, because there is no fun or humor in watching a speaker read in monotone and without looking up from their notes or papers. Another thing you can do is to be spontaneous with your humor, where if it is just occurring to you, then it can't sound rehearsed. But if you're going to prepare jokes or a story, you need to hit the sweet spot where you have practiced enough to know your story to the point where you sound natural. In conclusion, we know that the power of laughter can help you increase your chances of getting people to connect with you, but remember that anything can be funny for one person while not funny for another person. It is very subjective on what actions can be funny, and there is no way to have a one-size-fits-all approach for humor. So work out which humor works well for you and your potential audience. You want to be authentically you, and you want your audience to be smiling and laughing so they can connect with you. Perhaps above all else, when you deploy humor in a speech, argument, or debate, you always want your audience laughing with you, not at you. This will allow them to remember how you connected with them. In the next video, we will talk about using the rule of 3 to organize your speech. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the post notifications so you will be notified when I post my next video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you are powerful, you are capable, and you are the changemaker our society needs. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you soon.